Good morning, Maya. Happy New Year again. How are you feeling today?
Hey, Alex. Happy New Year to you too. Honestly, I am a little tired. I think the holidays took more energy than I expected. How about you?
Same here. I woke up this morning and thought, wait, it is already January 7th. Where did the first week go? I feel like I blinked and it disappeared.
I know exactly what you mean. I had so many plans for the first week of 2026. I was going to wake up early, exercise, read more, and then suddenly it is today, and I have done maybe half of those things.
Half is still something. I think I did about a quarter. But, I'm trying not to be too hard on myself. We are still at the beginning. There is time.
That is true, but I think a lot of people are already feeling that pressure, Like the year just started and they already feel behind.
Yes, and that's actually a great topic for today. We wanted to talk about mindset, about how to actually thrive this year, not just survive.
Right, because I think 2026 started with a lot of hope for many people, but hope alone does not carry you very far if your mindset is not in the right place.
Exactly. So today we want to explore 5 mindset shifts that can really help, not in a dramatic way, just in a calm, honest way.
I like that. Let us keep it real. No shouting, no extreme advice, just two people trying to figure things out together.
Perfect. So let us start with something that I think a lot of people are feeling right now. The first week of 2026 is almost over, and for many, the energy is already dropping.
Yes, I've seen this so many times. People start the year with these beautiful goals. They write them down, they feel excited, they believe this is their year.
And then 1 week passes, maybe 2, and the excitement fades. The goals start to feel heavy instead of exciting.
Exactly. And then comes the self-doubt, like, why can I not stay consistent? What is wrong with me? Everyone else seems to be doing fine.
That comparison is dangerous because we only see what people show us. We do not see their struggles behind closed doors.
True. I think many people are actually feeling the same way right now. Confused, a little lost, wondering if they set the right goals.
And there's also this pressure to change everything at once. New habits, new routines, new mindset, all in 1 week. That's not realistic.
No, it is not, but we expect it from ourselves anyway, and when we don't see big results fast, we feel like failures.
So the question is, why does this happen? Why do so many people start the year strong and then lose momentum so quickly?
I think there are a few mindset mistakes that play a role here, things we don't even realize we're doing.
Let's talk about those. What do you think is the first one?
For me, the biggest one is waiting for motivation. People think they need to feel motivated to take action, but motivation is not reliable.
Right. Motivation comes and goes. One day you feel great, the next day you feel like doing nothing. If you only act when you feel motivated, you won't get very far.
Exactly, and I think people confuse motivation with readiness. They think, I'll start when I feel ready, but that moment may never come.
That's such a good point. Readiness is a feeling, and feelings change all the time. You can't build a life on something so unstable.
Another mistake I see is over-planning. People spend hours making perfect plans, perfect schedules, perfect systems, but then they never actually start.
Yes, planning feels productive. It gives you the illusion of progress, but real progress only happens when you take action.
And sometimes the plan is so complicated that it becomes scary, like, if I can't follow the whole plan, then why even start?
I've felt that before. I made these detailed plans and then felt overwhelmed by my own expectations, so I did nothing instead.
It's like the plan becomes the goal instead of the actual result you want.
What about fear of discomfort? I think that's another big one.
Oh, definitely. Growth is uncomfortable, change is uncomfortable, but we avoid discomfort like it's something bad.
We are trained to seek comfort. Society tells us that life should feel easy, and when it doesn't, we think something is wrong.
But the truth is, the things that matter most often feel hard at first. Learning a new skill, building a habit, facing your fears.
And if you run from discomfort, you run from growth. You stay in the same place, wondering why nothing changes.
The last thing I want to mention is comparison. I think this one is really damaging, especially now with social media everywhere.
Yes, you see someone else's success and you think, why not me? Why am I so slow? Why is my progress not visible?
But you are comparing your beginning to someone else's middle. or even their end. That is not fair to yourself.
And comparison steals your joy. Even if you are doing well, you feel bad because someone else is doing better.
It is a trap, and it keeps you focused on others instead of your own journey.
So we have talked about the problems and why they happen. Now let us get into the 5 mindset shifts. These are the things that can actually help.
Yes, and I want to remind everyone, these are not magic solutions. They are just different ways of thinking that can make a big difference over time.
Okay, so the first mindset shift is moving from perfection to progress. A lot of people want to do things perfectly, but perfection is impossible.
It really is. And the need for perfection often stops people from even starting. They think, if I cannot do it perfectly, why bother?
But progress is what matters. Small steps forward, even if they are messy. That is how real change happens.
I agree, and I think we need to celebrate small wins more, not just the big achievements, but the tiny steps too.
Like if your goal is to read more and you read 5 pages today, that is progress. It doesn't matter that you didn't finish the whole book.
Exactly. 5 pages is better than 0 pages, and over time, those 5 pages add up.
Do you struggle with this, the need for perfection?
Honestly, yes. I used to wait until conditions were perfect to start something, but conditions are never perfect.
Same here. I have learned to just start, even when I don't feel ready, because waiting for perfect means waiting forever.
The second mindset shift is choosing discipline over motivation. We touched on this earlier, but I think it deserves more attention.
Yes, motivation is great when it's there, but discipline is what keeps you going when motivation disappears.
And discipline is a skill. You can build it over time. It's not something you're born with.
I think people believe that disciplined people are just naturally that way, but that's not true. They practiced it.
Right. They showed up on days when they didn't feel like it, and that's what made the difference.
So instead of asking, do I feel motivated, ask yourself, what did I commit to doing today?
And then do it anyway, even if it's hard, even if you only do a small part of it.
Have you found ways to build discipline in your own life?
I have. One thing that helps me is making things simple. If the task is too big, I break it into smaller pieces. That way it feels less scary.
That makes sense. When something feels manageable, you're more likely to do it.
The third mindset shift is focusing on systems instead of just goals. Goals are important, but systems are what get you there.
Can you explain that a bit more? I think some people might confuse the two.
Sure. A goal is like a destination. I want to lose 10 pounds. I want to save money. I want to learn a language. But a system is the daily process that leads to that goal.
So the system is what you do every day, and the goal is the result you hope to see.
Exactly. And if you only focus on the goal, you might feel frustrated because results take time. But if you focus on the system, you can feel good every day.
Because you are following the process, you are doing what needs to be done.
Right, and over time, the results come naturally. You don't have to obsess over them.
I like this a lot. It takes the pressure off the outcome and puts it on the daily action.
Yes, and it makes the journey more enjoyable. You're not just chasing a finish line, you're building something every day.
The fourth mindset shift is embracing discomfort as a sign of growth. This one is hard, but so important.
It really is. We talked about how people avoid discomfort, but the shift here is to see discomfort differently.
Instead of thinking, this is hard, I should stop, you think, this is hard, which means I'm growing.
Exactly. Discomfort is not a warning sign. It's a signal that you're pushing your limits.
And that's where growth happens, not in the comfort zone, but just outside of it.
I try to remind myself of this when I feel resistance. Like if I'm nervous about something, maybe that's exactly where I need to go.
Do you have an example from your own life?
Yes, public speaking. I used to avoid it completely, but I realized that my fear was holding me back. So I started saying yes to small opportunities, and each time it got a little easier.
That is amazing. You did not wait for the fear to disappear. You acted despite the fear.
And honestly, the fear never fully disappears, but you learn to move forward with it.
That is such an important lesson. Fear does not have to stop you. It can walk beside you.
I love that. Fear walking beside you instead of in front of you.
The fifth and final mindset shift is comparing yourself to your past self, not to others. This is one I really believe in.
Me too, because when you compare yourself to others, you will always find someone ahead of you. There will always be someone smarter, faster, more successful.
And that comparison does not help you. It only makes you feel small.
But when you compare yourself to who you were last year or last month, you can actually see your progress.
And that feels good. That motivates you to keep going.
Yes, you become your own measure of success, not someone else's highlight reel.
I think social media makes this really hard. We are constantly exposed to other people's best moments.
True, but we can choose what we focus on. We can remind ourselves that what we see online is not the full picture.
And we can celebrate our own small wins, our own quiet growth. That matters just as much.
Maybe even more, because it is real. It is ours.
So now let us talk about some practical solutions. How do we actually apply these mindset shifts in daily life?
I think the first thing is to simplify. Do not try to change everything at once. Pick one thing and focus on that.
Yes, trying to overhaul your whole life in January is a recipe for burnout. Start small.
And be patient with yourself. Change takes time. You will not see big results in 1 week.
That is hard for people to accept. We live in a world of instant results, but personal growth does not work that way.
It's more like planting a seed. You water it every day, but you don't see the flower right away. You have to trust the process.
I love that analogy. Trust the process. Keep showing up. The results will come.
Another thing that helps is tracking your actions, not just your outcomes. Did you do the thing today? Yes or no? That's what matters.
Because outcomes are often out of your control, but your actions are in your control.
Exactly. And when you focus on actions, you feel empowered. You're not waiting for something to happen, you're making it happen.
What about when you have a bad day, when you don't follow through?
That happens, and it's okay. The important thing is not to let one bad day turn into a bad week.
Right. Don't use a setback as an excuse to give up. Just start again the next day.
Yes, every day is a new chance. You don't have to carry yesterday's mistakes into today.
I think self-compassion is key here. We are often so hard on ourselves, but being kind to yourself actually helps you do better.
It does. When you beat yourself up, you lose energy. But when you treat yourself with kindness, you can keep moving forward.
And that doesn't mean you have low standards. It just means you're human. You make mistakes, and that's okay.
Another solution is to find small moments of reflection, not long journaling sessions, unless you enjoy that, but just a few minutes to check in with yourself.
Like, how am I feeling today? What's one thing I can do right now?
Yes, simple questions like that can help you stay connected to your goals without feeling overwhelmed.
And I think it's also important to surround yourself with the right influences, people who support you, content that inspires you.
True. Your environment shapes your mindset more than you realize. If you're constantly around negativity, it's hard to stay positive.
But if you choose wisely, your environment can lift you up.
So, to summarize quickly, focus on progress, not perfection. Choose discipline over motivation. Build systems, not just goals. Embrace discomfort and compare yourself to who you were, not to others.
Those 5 shifts can really change how you experience this year.
They won't make everything easy, but they will make the hard things feel more meaningful.
And that's what matters, finding meaning in the process, not just the result.
I think that's a beautiful way to look at it.
So here we are already in 2026. The first week is almost gone, but there are still 51 more weeks ahead.
That's a lot of time, a lot of chances to grow, to learn, to try again.
And we don't have to have it all figured out right now. We just have to keep showing up.
One day at a time, one small step at a time.
So to everyone listening, we hope this conversation gave you something to think about. Not pressure, not stress, just some gentle ideas to carry with you.
Be kind to yourself this year. Celebrate your progress. And remember, you're not alone in this.
We are all figuring it out together.
Thank you for spending this time with us today. We really appreciate it.
Yes, thank you so much. Take care of yourself, and we'll see you in the next episode of The Talking Room.
Bye for now.
Bye, everyone.